A horrific double homicide shook the rap world to its core. Two young rising stars, Anthony YNW Sakchaser Williams and Christopher YNW Juvy Thomas Jr. were found dead inside a vehicle in Miramar, Florida. At the center of this twisted tale stands their friend and collaborator, rapper YNW Melly. It was a brutal scene. Sakchaser and Juvy had been shot multiple times. The gunshot wounds indicated they were killed in close proximity, likely by someone they trusted. "I heard the gunshots ring out, it was just chaos. When the police arrived, they found those two young rappers dead inside the car. The whole community was devastated." The initial story presented by Melly and his friend YNW Bortlen was that Sakchaser and Juvy had fallen victim to a drive-by shooting. But as the police investigation unfolded, a much darker narrative began to emerge. The evidence just didn't add up. The gunshot wounds, the lack of any other witnesses or signs of a drive-by, it all pointed to an inside job. "We believe Melly was the one who pulled the trigger." The key piece of evidence that turned the case against Melly was surveillance footage from the night of the murders. The video showed Melly and Bortlen arriving at a local hospital, carrying the lifeless bodies of Sakchaser and Juvy. Rather than rushing their injured friends to the hospital, Melly and Bortlen allegedly staged the crime scene to make it look like a drive-by shooting. The police believe this was all part of an elaborate cover-up to conceal Melly's true role as the murderer. Investigators also uncovered potential motives for the killings. Forensic analysis revealed that the gunshot wounds to Sakchaser and Juvy's bodies were consistent with being shot from very close range, likely by someone they trusted. The evidence suggests Melly turned on his own friends, his own brothers. "We believe the motive was likely a combination of jealousy, greed, and a desire for more fame and success in the rap game." Melly, Sakchaser, Juvy, and Bortlen were all part of the YNW Young Nigga World Collective, a tight-knit group of young rappers trying to make it big. But as their careers began to take off, tensions may have risen over issues like money, credit, and the spotlight. In February 2019, nearly 4 months after the murders, YNW Melly was arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. His alleged accomplice, YNW Bortlen, was also apprehended and charged as an accessory. Melly turned himself into authorities, maintaining his innocence. His lawyer claimed the rapper was being unfairly targeted due to his rising fame in the rap industry. Melly in recorded jailhouse call, "This is all just a big misunderstanding. I would never hurt my brothers, my best friends. The police are trying to frame me, but I had nothing to do with their deaths. I'm gonna fight this and prove my innocence." Melly's trial has been delayed multiple times, with the rapper spending over 3 years behind bars awaiting his day in court. The case has garnered massive attention, with Melly's supporters protesting his innocence and the victim's family insisting he be held accountable. Family member 1, "Those boys were murdered in cold blood. Melly betrayed their trust, and he needs to pay for what he's done. No amount of fame or success justifies taking the lives of 2 young men with so much potential." As the legal battle continues, the rap world remains divided. Some artists have rallied behind Melly, while others have condemned him. Ultimately, it will be up to a jury to decide the fate of the rising rapper, and whether the police's version of events is the true and chilling reality. So, what are the key pieces of evidence and allegations that have led the police to believe YNW Melly was responsible for the murders of his friends Sakchaser and Juvy? N1. Surveillance footage showing Melly and Bortlen arriving at the hospital with the victims' bodies, rather than rushing them there for medical attention. 2. Forensic evidence indicating the gunshot wounds were consistent with being shot at close range, likely by someone the victims knew and trusted. 3. Potential motives of jealousy, greed, and a desire for more fame and success in the rap game, as Melly and the victims were all part of the same collective. 4. Melly's initial story of a drive-by shooting being deemed implausible by investigators based on the evidence. 5. Melly's arrest and charges of first-degree murder, with his alleged accomplice Bortlen also charged as an accessory. The YNW Melly case is a tragic and complex saga that has captivated the hip-hop community. As the legal proceedings continue, the true facts of what happened that fateful night may never be fully known. But one thing is certain, the lives of two talented young men were tragically cut short, and the legacy of YNW Melly hangs in the balance. Stay tuned for further updates on this ongoing saga.